and people will engage and interface between other people, I think it would be good to have something that they can look at and share with the people that they're talking with. Some of us still, even though we're working hard, do not know the various points that we should make to various people. Do us have enough money now that we can maybe put a brochure out and say this is what Mike Kicinski stands for, and this is what he wants to do, this is what we need to help him do, and so that when we walk away, we're not ended up being hip shooters, I refer to.
Okay, we brought some phone cards with us that could help with people starting off door to door. When we're planning for people to make phone calls, we want to put together a small script for that. And we do want to work on more literature, like you're asking about.
Yeah.
What, are you familiar with Representative Ryan's plan, and what do you think of it?
Yes, I am. Not in details,
Okay.
but what I see is something that the plan is too long. It's a 20 to 30 year budget balance plan, which, as we know, if something isn't done in a short time in Congress, the administration changes, and that whole plan could be out the door in a matter of just a few years. I'm in favor of a 5, 6, 7 year plan that's similar to what the Jordan plan is, or the Jordan Amendment.
Yes.
We need to see a short-term budget and budget balance plan.
You need something that's doable.
Yes.
Are you familiar with the Republican study budget?
Yes, that's the one I was talking about, Mr. Jordan,
Okay.
Representative Jordan.
Okay. Because that's the one the National Tea Party Patriots is backing. It's a 5-year plan, a 6-year plan to
Yes.
balance the budget.
And what's interesting is Mr. Hanna is one of the Republicans on that committee, but he does not agree with the plan.
Good committee for it.
Yes.
I heard somewhere today that a friend sent me some information, and I can't remember exactly where he got it, but Congress is not balancing the budget, hasn't balanced the budget. And this site says the reason they can't balance the budget is because the taxes, all the income the government has, is used up by entitlements. There is no money for military or anything else because of the entitlements. And so I really feel that we're between a rock and a hard place, because if you've seen the reactions in Europe, who have great entitlement programs, that how are you going to cut? Where are you going to cut? Who are you going to cut? Well, as soon as you start cutting the people who have the 3-hour work week, or whatever it is, then they start raising hell. We get ourselves in a big mess because everybody wants up to the government. And I'm in a retired Public Employees Association, which is a good little organization, but all they can think of is, won't the government give us this? Won't the government mandate our health care? Won't the government do this? Won't the government do that? And everybody wants something, but nobody wants to give. They all want to take. And as they say, that's why we're borrowing money. We just think, okay, we'll borrow some more money. And you got a big job on your hands. How does Mr. Hanna feel about this kind of stuff? Does he really have a plan, or he's just found out that it's an impossibility, which maybe will.
I don't know exactly what how Mr. Hanna feels about this, because I haven't, I don't know his mind, but we know from his voting record, he is voting for every new increase in borrowing.
Yes.
We can't keep on doing that.
Yes.
I will not vote for any increase in the borrowing.
Good, because the people that we got in Congress, we got all these new people come in Congress. And even Boehner, we got rid of Pelosi as Speaker. What is he doing? The president said jump, and he jumps, basically. He's not a challenge. The president comes out with all these lies, and Boehner just
Well, the House of Representatives is responsible for the financial bills.
Yes.
Constitutionally, the House has to stay firm.
Yes. Well, we hope that you'll get in, and you will, because the people we put in 08, you might as well send them all home and pay them to be home. It'd be cheaper for us.
Any other questions? I know I mentioned maybe the last time you were here that Mr. Hanna, if you know the Family Research Council, are any of you familiar with that website, FRC? I think it's maybe .org. They are a values-based website, and so they are up on all the social issues, and they track all of the senators and the representatives, and you can look yours up to see how they voted. Mr. Hanna got a very big 40% on 10 of the top family values issues that they went through and scored them. So that's another important thing to remember.
Just for your information, some of the organizations that I'm working on right now, sending in the questionnaire for endorsement would be Homeschool Legal Defense Association, National Right to Life, New Yorkers for Constitutional Freedom, and I did get an email from Carl Palladino that said he will endorse me. Ultimately. And I'm just waiting for the final say from his office to actually post it and make it public. So that was really nice to see that. I'm expecting other endorsements also from other conservatives and Republicans around the state. We're starting the campaign. We concentrate on the petitions, and now we're moving into the campaign.
Vass, Consulting Incorporated. I just want to ask a question, just as a frame of reference for some of my readers in the local area that may not be familiar with you, since we previously were in a different district.
What's your area?
Broome County. I cover the entire central New York, but specifically in the Broome County area for those who just became part of the New York 22. The question would be, can you give us, so that they might have an idea of what you represent and what you're looking to do if elected? What would be a vote that Hannah has done that you believe was incorrect, and how would you have voted? How would you have handled it differently?
Well, I've already mentioned that a big one is the budget. Well, actually, lack of budget. Voting on spending bills and then increasing the borrowing limit to, again, vote for another spending bill, but nothing being done in between to work on a budget. We haven't had a budget yet for well over 1,000 days, and we just keep on borrowing money just to spend more. I will vote no on any increase of the borrowing limit.
Thank you.
Recently, the president signed, I think around Christmas, a bill into law that the Republicans, the House had passed. It gave the president a right for whatever reason declare martial law and obliterate all our rights. Did Hannah vote for that? I know Hannah approved it because it passed. I can't believe they let that go.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't remember quite what it was, but it gave it kind of was really under the radar and nobody knows about it. So I got a couple of emails.
Was it an executive order?
No, it's
It
a
was a
law
piece
that
of
something
legislation?
happened, the president could, I forget exactly, some kind of disturbance, he can sign it.
There was, if this is what the gentleman is referring to, there was a piece of legislation passed under the radar, overwhelming bipartisan support. Ron Paul, to his credit, was one of the few people who voted against it. What it does is it prohibits, I believe, protesting within, I don't know what the parameter is, too close to someone with Secret Service protection. Now, a couple things with it. It gives federal felony to violate that. It affords the executive branch extraordinary discretion. There's already any number of state laws that would already cover any harm. And it has a terrible chilling effect. And the executive can give Secret Service protection to anyone who chooses. So it's very right for use. It's, I think, a very clear First Amendment violation.
You had a question?
Do you have a name for your organization? If someone wants to give you a check or something, how would they make that out?
It'll be made out to Kicinski for Congress. Oh, that's another news item. I just filed today for the Federal Election Commission campaign committee. So that should be posted within a week. And checks can be written out to Kicinski for Congress. I will have something on the internet also for online donations as soon as the federal government gets back to me with the employee identification number for the campaign. That's when I can have the online donations. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes?
I'm hearing all this, it sounded extremely stupid, but I do know that they redid all the districts. Where exactly is 22?
22 is north-south from Utica, Rome to Binghamton. It takes in 8 counties, 4 full counties: Oneida, Portland, Madison, and Shenango. And then about half of Oswego, the southern part of Herkimer, a small section of Tioga, and almost all of Broome. Now, I look at the map and they could have put that small section of Tioga over and have all of Broome County. I don't know why they didn't do it that way. But
Southern Broome County, anything like that?
yes, just a very small section of eastern Broome, southeastern Broome. And it's a pretty well-bordered district as compared to last time. It's a nice block, and it's probably planned much better than, probably because the courts decided this one, not the politicians. So it's worked out very well, and I am actually in the center, almost in the center of the district, north and south, same distance travel. Mr. Hanna is presently at the upper north.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.